Yeah, let's go. There's my mech.
I'm fully out of ammo.
Yep. Hang on, talk to the laser.
No, my Helldivers enjoying this as much as I am. Fantastic.
You can pick up this net pretty easily.
You will never destroy our way of life.
There are so many on that hill that we're killing.
Freedom forever.
Last bug hole.
Oh, hello. Behind. Narcotic got it.
Very nice.
Then we got one
Bio
last
Titan.
one
Bio
here.
Titan.
Bio Titan.
Bio Titan.
I'll take it.
Oh.
Let's see what the mechs can do against it.
Hit him in the face. We'll wreck him.
Okay, here he comes.
Alright, I got his attention for you.
He's dead.
It's dead.
Holy. This is the new mech added into Helldivers 2 as of last week, and as you may already be able to tell, it makes for a devastating addition to the already awesome and fun stratagem pool we have in the base game, and it was unlocked in one of the coolest ways I've ever seen in a game. But as I quickly discovered, it's not a one-size-fits-all stratagem. It certainly has some weaknesses and some frustrating quirks that may just be bugs in its implementation. Despite that though, its addition has made for a net positive to an already stellar gaming experience, with yet more on the way coming this very week, showing that these developers really know how to keep the momentum going. So join me as we hell dive into the latest new content from the game, and if by the end of the video you think I deserve it and you like this video and you want to see more, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button to show your support. Late last week, the developers announced that they would be releasing the mechs to the game officially, even though many of us kind of already knew that this was coming based on leaks and stuff that we had found in the game. But the developers revealed that Helldivers would have to earn the mechs themselves by liberating the planet that contains the factories that build the mechs called Teen Quan in a global event started by the developers, or probably just started by Joel. Joel's the guy who controls the entire universe in this game, apparently. Players needed to do this within 3 days in order to successfully unlock the exosuit, and well, they did it in way less than that. I think it was like a day and a half before the exosuits became available. Not a really huge surprise to me though, considering how popular this game has become, for good reason. It's just super fun. If you've not seen my earlier videos on it, I highly recommend you check them out. After it became unlocked successfully, players could then purchase it for 20,000 requisition slips if they reached level 25, and those slips are, by the way, what you earn just by playing the game and can't be purchased for real money. And it's so aggravating that these days I need to talk about things this way because so many games nowadays lock cool new content behind real money purchases, but not so in Helldivers 2. There's not even a DLC associated with this or the coming content later this week. And to me, that is possibly one of the coolest ways to unlock a new feature of the game, to tie it in some way into the lore of the game in a way that makes a lot of sense. After all, if we're going by lore, there should be a place where stuff is manufactured, and that would be a target by any enemy of Super Earth. It's going to drive a lot more incentive for where players go to defend or to attack, to gain back resources or to defend important places where things are manufactured. It sets a really exciting precedent for future updates and how they might tie them into the lore in some intriguing and exciting way that brings the community together in a cohesive way. But how about the experience of dropping a mech into the game? Well, the mech stratagem is just like any other stratagem, like I said. You call it in and you get a limited number of uses with it. You get actually just 2 with this stratagem. And the mech itself has a limited number of ammo for its main Gatling gun and a limited number of rockets for its rocket primary. The rockets are really powerful. They can take out things like turrets and tanks in just a couple of shots, though they can sometimes struggle quite a bit with things like the charger. Strangely enough, you can kill a Bile Titan much more quickly than you can kill a charger in some cases, so long as you're aiming for the Bile Titan's head. So then, as you can imagine, the mech is pretty dang powerful, but it's not impervious and it's not a one-size-fits-all stratagem. Strangely enough though, considering that it was unlocked by fighting bots, its real struggle is against the automatons. In the lower levels, you can get by fairly well without being destroyed, but because they have ranged support, the mechs don't tend to last very long, especially if there are any rocket devastators being thrown in there, and that tends to be a pretty big problem at level 7, 8, or 9 when there's just a ton of those things scattered around the map. Just a single salvo from a rocket devastator will destroy the mech, which leads me to some of the issues with the mech's initial implementation, which I think needs to be balanced a bit more. Personally, I think that rocket devastators right now are a little bit too powerful. Their rockets can kill players in 1 to 2 hits, even if they've got explosive resistance and shields. And the same goes for the mechs. It seems like those rockets are just a little bit too powerful. Maybe the mech itself needs to be especially buffed against explosive damage to be able to take a lot more hits. That or those rocket devastators just need to be fewer in number at the higher levels. But probably the biggest issue with the mech is that it has a bug with its primary rocket battery. Turning too quickly while firing the rocket will sometimes cause the mech to explode. And I've even seen it happen when just standing still. Additionally, the reticle doesn't always match where the rockets go, and so you'll miss sometimes in ways you don't expect. The other problem with it is that it doesn't allow you to use the map well using the mech. If you try to use the map, you'll start shooting your primary or secondary weapon when you don't want to, and sometimes you'll accidentally kill teammates or yourself. But once you learn to work around these issues, like not turning so quickly, taking your time to aim your rockets, and relying on your teammates to set objective waypoints, then it just becomes a fun thing to use, but it certainly is something that probably needs to be worked out a bit. No matter what though, it's a super fun addition to an already fun game, and it's definitely worth checking out if you've already got the game. And if you don't have it, what are you doing? This is such a fun game. Later this week though, they're going to be releasing 3 new sets of armors, 3 new capes, 4 weapons, and a new grenade. The weapons are the Arc Blitzer 12, which is like a Tesla shotgun, a sweet looking laser rifle with a high rate of fire called the Las 16, and a plasma shotgun with exploding rounds, and finally a laser pistol called the Las 7 dagger to accompany the other sets of constant beam weapons we have. The new grenade also looks to be a kind of EMP grenade that stuns opponents, could be useful against chargers or other mobs that would otherwise be difficult to kill with a single grenade. And all this is coming fairly soon after the release of the game, indicating they're trying to keep the momentum up for the game to sate the player's desire for more amazing and fun content, and I'm totally here for it. I'm really looking forward to seeing what that new APC is supposed to do. We've seen leaks of it already, but no word on how it's going to function or what the event is that's going to release it. I expect it'll be something quite similar to what's been done with the mech. But anyway guys, how are you feeling? Are you liking Helldivers 2? Are you still playing it since its release? I know I am. If you are, let me know down in the comment section below, and if you're looking to party up, you can always check out the Armco community in the description below, where there's a ton of gamers just like you who love to hang out and play video games, including myself. So head on over and get registered, and I hope to see you guys in the next Helldiver.